The Hazara people of Afghanistan know deep suffering. For generations, they have endured relentless persecution and violence. Their history is a tapestry woven with threads of resilience and sorrow. They are a people defined by their strength, yet haunted by the specter of genocide. The Hazara are often described as East Asian, set them apart within Afghanistan. This difference, both religious and physical, has made them targets of discrimination and violence for over a century. Their story is not widely known, their cries for help often lost in the cacophony of global crises. But their suffering is no less real, their need for justice no less urgent. It is time to shine a light on the plight of the Hazara, to give voice to their silenced narratives, and to demand an end to their suffering. The roots of the Hazara genocide run deep, reaching back to the late 19th century. Amir Abdur Rahman Khan, then ruler of Afghanistan, embarked on a brutal campaign to subdue the Hazara population and seize their lands. This marked the beginning of a systematic persecution that would stain the pages of history. Massacres, forced displacement, and enslavement became the tragic hallmarks of Hazara life. Their homes were razed, their lands confiscated, and their cultural and religious practices suppressed. The memory of this brutal era, known as the Amir's Genocide, is etched into the collective memory of the Hazara people. It is a memory kept alive through oral histories, passed down through generations like a sacred flame. The stories tell of unimaginable cruelty, of families torn apart, and of a people forced to flee their ancestral lands. These echoes of the past continue to reverberate in the present, shaping the Hazara experience and fueling their fight for survival. Despite the relentless persecution, the Hazara people have managed to preserve their rich cultural heritage. Their festivals, traditional clothing, and community gatherings are a testament to their resilience and enduring spirit. Hazara scholars, poets, and artists have played a crucial role in keeping their history and culture alive. Through their works, they have documented the struggles and triumphs of their people, ensuring that the world does not forget their plight. Education has been a beacon of hope for the Hazara community. Despite facing numerous challenges, Hazara women and children have pursued education with determination, seeing it as a path to empowerment and a brighter future. In recent years, Hazara activists have gained international attention for their efforts to highlight the ongoing persecution and demand justice. Protests and campaigns have been organized worldwide, drawing support from various human rights organizations. The Hazara diaspora, spread across various countries, continues to play a vital role in advocating for their community. They have established organizations and networks to support Hazara refugees and raise awareness about their struggles. Many Hazara refugees have shown remarkable resilience in rebuilding their lives in new countries. Their success stories serve as an inspiration, demonstrating the strength and determination of the Hazara people. Efforts to preserve Hazara culture and history have led to the establishment of museums and cultural centers. These institutions play a crucial role in educating future generations about the rich heritage and the struggles of the Hazara people. Community leaders and elders continue to be the guiding force for the Hazara people. Their wisdom and experience are invaluable in navigating the challenges faced by the community and in keeping the spirit of resistance alive. The younger generation of Hazaras is stepping up to take on leadership roles. Initiatives for youth empowerment and leadership development are helping to prepare them to carry forward the legacy of their ancestors and to fight for a just and equitable future. Solidarity events and international collaborations have strengthened the Hazara movement. By building alliances with other marginalized communities and human rights advocates, the Hazaras are amplifying their voices and pushing for global recognition of their rights. The story of the Hazara people is one of resilience, hope, and unity. Despite the century-long persecution, they have remained steadfast in their fight for justice and dignity. Their unwavering spirit continues to inspire and remind us of the enduring power of the human will. The impact of the genocide extends far beyond the physical realm. It has permeated every aspect of the Hazara community's existence, leaving an indelible mark on their collective consciousness. The pain and suffering inflicted upon them have not only resulted in the loss of countless lives, but have also deeply affected their cultural and social structures. It has left deep scars on the Hazara psyche, fracturing their cultural identity and shattering their social fabric. The once vibrant and cohesive communities have been left in disarray, struggling to hold on to the remnants of their rich heritage. The cultural festivals that once brought joy and unity now serve as painful reminders of what has been lost. Generations of persecution have resulted in the loss of language, traditions, and cultural practices. The traditional crafts that were once passed down through generations are now at risk of being forgotten. Elders who hold the knowledge of these traditions find it increasingly difficult to pass them on to the younger generation, who are often more focused on survival than cultural preservation. Forced assimilation policies sought to erase their distinct identity, leaving many Hazara feeling like strangers in their own land. The younger generation, in particular, faces an identity crisis, torn between the desire to fit into the dominant culture and the need to preserve their unique heritage. This internal conflict has led to a sense of alienation and loss of self-worth among many Hazara youth. The systematic destruction of their cultural heritage, including religious sites and historical monuments, has severed their connection to the past. These sites were not just physical structures but symbols of their history and identity. The loss of these monuments has left a void that is difficult to fill, as it represents a deliberate attempt to erase their existence from the annals of history. The genocide has also had a devastating impact on their social structures. The once tight-knit communities have been fragmented, with families being displaced and scattered across different regions. The sense of community that provided support and strength has been eroded, leaving individuals to fend for themselves in an increasingly hostile environment. Families have been torn apart, communities shattered, and trust eroded. The trauma of losing loved ones and the constant threat of violence have created an atmosphere of fear and mistrust. The mourning of those lost is a daily reality, and the emotional scars run deep, affecting every aspect of their lives. The trauma of violence has left its mark on generations, leading to widespread poverty, illiteracy, and lack of access to basic services. The economic and educational opportunities that are essential for rebuilding their lives are severely limited. Children growing up in these conditions face an uncertain future, with little hope of breaking the cycle of poverty and marginalization. The unseen scars of the genocide are a constant reminder of the injustices they have endured and the long road to healing that lies ahead. The resilience of the Hazara people is evident in their continued efforts to preserve their culture and rebuild their communities, but the path to recovery is fraught with challenges. The journey towards healing and justice is ongoing, and it requires the support and recognition of the international community to ensure that the Hazara people can reclaim their rightful place in history. The Hazara genocide is not a relic of the past, it is a grim reality of the present. The Hazara people have faced persecution for over a century. Their distinct cultural and religious identity has made them targets of systematic violence and discrimination. This ongoing struggle is a testament to their resilience and the dire need for global awareness and intervention. Despite promises of peace and progress, the Hazara continue to face systematic discrimination and violence in Afghanistan. The promises made by various Afghan governments and international bodies have often fallen short, leaving the Hazara in a perpetual state of insecurity. Their homes, places of worship, and community centers have been repeatedly attacked, leaving a trail of devastation and loss. They are targeted by the Taliban, the Islamic State, and other extremist groups who view them as infidels. These groups have carried out numerous attacks, aiming to eradicate the Hazara presence in Afghanistan. The Hazaras' Shi'a Muslim faith makes them a particular target for these Sunni extremist groups, who see their existence as a threat to their ideology. Bombings, targeted killings, and attacks on schools and hospitals have become a terrifying part of daily life for many Hazara. These attacks are not random acts of violence, but are part of a calculated strategy to instill fear and drive the Hazara out of their ancestral lands. The psychological impact of living under constant threat cannot be overstated, as it affects every aspect of their lives. They are denied access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities, trapping them in a cycle of poverty and despair. The lack of basic services and opportunities has stunted the growth of entire generations. Hazara children, who should be the future of their community, are instead growing up in an environment where their potential is systematically suppressed. The withdrawal of international forces and the Taliban's return to power in 2021 have further exacerbated their vulnerability. The international community's exit has left a power vacuum that the Taliban quickly filled, leading to a resurgence of violence and oppression. The The Hazara, who had hoped for a more secure future, now find themselves more vulnerable than ever. The Hazara are once again living in fear, their future uncertain, their cries for help largely ignored by the international community. Despite numerous reports and pleas for intervention, the global response has been tepid at best. The Hazaras' plight is often overshadowed by other geopolitical issues, leaving them to fend for themselves in an increasingly hostile environment. Their plight is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the urgent need for international action to protect them from further atrocities. The world must not turn a blind eye to their suffering. It is imperative that international organizations, governments, and civil society come together to provide the Hazara with the protection and support they desperately need. Only through collective action can we hope to end this ongoing struggle and ensure a safer, more just future for the Hazara people.
Like what you see? Smash that like button, drop a comment, and share the love. Subscribe for more awesome content.